Sorry, my recording software messed up here. So anyway, do not think of this as group work. Think of this more as an individual assignment that you share with other people. Okay. I give an example of what I think a good discussion board will look like. So I have it pinned up here, or I thought I had it pinned up here. Believe. Sorry, you might have to go all the way back to the discussion thing here. This example discussion board, as you can see, if you click on this, this is an example, so this isn't an actual question that I'm asking you, but this is the sort of example of what I think a good answer would look like. And again, if you go back to the discussion board that I was just at a moment ago that I'm actually gonna have you do, I outline in bullet point format what I think a good answer would look like. Here's an example good answer, okay? Here is an example good reply to that answer. And here's another answer that isn't as good as this first one, but still pretty good. Here is a pretty bad answer, okay? And I explain why in all these, why they're good or bad answers. You can take a look at this on your own time. All right, so that's the discussion boards. Oh, the other thing, the really crucial thing that I need to note is that, so you'll also notice, let's go back to discussion board 3. After you answer this question and you've done all your replying, which is due on, in this case, the 11th at noon, the way this is going to work is you do all your answering, okay, you do all your replying, whatever, all right, and then what you do is, as it stands right now, you and your group of people are going to meet with me, and I will provide links when we approach the time. You'll meet with me on Google Meet, okay? You'll meet with me, and this will be the only sorts of times where you'll be required to meet at a particular time in this course. Every other time, everything's basically on your own time, okay? But as of just for this first week, so if you're part of group 3, so if I was part of God Discussion Board 3 and I answered this question, later on that Saturday that it's due at 2:50 to 3:10, you'll be meeting with me and your other people in your group, and we'll be talking about the answers you all gave, and you can talk to me about difficulties you might have had with the reading, or you can talk to me about other things you found difficult in the chapter. You can talk to me about your answer a bit more. I'll talk through how accurate your answers were. Okay, so this group, this small group meeting, is a way for me to give you all feedback and for you to give me feedback on some things maybe you were struggling with that I can also help out with. All right. So these are not set in stone times for the following weeks. Now for this, for the week of the 11th, these are the times we'll be doing. Now, if you cannot make this time this week, you need to let me know ASAP, and then I can either get you to different time slots. So if you're part of group 3, say, group 4 does the same assignment as you. So maybe you could make this time slot instead, which will be a temporary fix, or you can just meet with me individually. That's just temporarily for this first week. Okay. Now, after that, though, if these times are problematic for the people in your group, then what we'll do going forward is we'll set a time, we can coordinate and set out a time to figure out what times work for everybody in your group. So I plan for these groups to be static throughout this course. So wherever you get assigned with a group 3, provided that there isn't a lot of people who so happen to be leaving. So if some people withdraw from the course and you have a very small group, I might readjust some things, but by and large, these will remain static. Okay, so again, key takeaways. Be sure to read all this. Again, ask me any questions you have with this. Go ahead and email me. All right. You'll be assigned a group, answer the relevant question. Again, go ahead, take a look at the example discussion board that I posted. Give an example of some good answers and some not so good answers, and maybe what a good reply would look like. Okay. To someone's question, you aren't required to reply to people, and I say this up here. Okay. You don't need to, but you can, and it can also benefit you. All right. And again, I also say this in the example discussion board. Okay. And then also after that, again, keep in mind, you are going to need to meet with me, at least again for our first week. These are the times for the groups. And then going forward, we can change these. Okay. So those are discussion boards. So this is probably the most, I don't want to say intricate, but maybe the more unique thing about this course that you might not be used to. All of the other things that you might be pretty used to from other courses you might have taken, whether they're in college or maybe some classes you've had in high school. Okay, so let's go back to the syllabus here. So that's all I have to say about discussion boards. Course discussion, so this is a brief disclaimer. We're going to talk about very contentious moral and religious issues, and even in the first and second week. These issues have many emotional components for people, and I expect you to disagree with your peers about many of the things we discuss, some of which you may feel very strongly about. It's important that we're all committed to remain respectful of others with whom we disagree. I will not tolerate personal attacks or disrespectful speech. This usually is never a problem. I've only had to deal with this severely one time. It was in person, and I kicked someone out. While I don't necessarily, I can't kick you out of the discussion board, really. I can drop you from the course if you are particularly disrespectful or mean. I don't suspect this will be an issue, but if it is, I will let you know. Okay. So don't do it. All right. Exams. There's going to be 2 exams in the course. Each exam may include a mix of multiple choice, true, false, and short answer. The first exam is going to cover material from the first day of class up until the day before the exam, as it's released on Canvas. The second exam covers the material after the exam, and up until the day before the end of the course. So these exams aren't cumulative. It's broken. It just cuts the course in half. So take a look here. So exam 1, which is on the 20th of July, is covering all of this. And then your second exam is covering all of this, which is on the 1st. Okay. It's about, it's not quite half, but it's about half. It's the best way to really split things up. Okay. So it's that. And then, and again, I'll clarify this as time goes on once we approach the exams in the course. Okay, you will not, if I have to cut anything, for instance, you'll know exactly what will be on the exam. Okay, one thing that's worth noting is that these exams, they are only worth 100 points. These will probably be a little easier than you might expect. Okay, they're going to be multiple choice and true false, but it's going to be based off of things that I ask you, for instance, in your assignments or in the discussion board questions or in the quizzes. Okay. Don't try to stress about these too much. Okay. They're still important for you to do and to study for, and they are open note, open book. They will be timed though. Okay. So there'll be more on that once we approach the due date for those, but it'll be way more time than you need. The time is mainly just so you don't do everything purely from the textbook, okay? Although, if you study, you still will be able to supplement with the textbook a little bit, okay? But again, as we approach the exams, we get more detail on this. All right. So those are the exams. Extra credit opportunities, you'll have opportunities to receive extra credit points up to 50 points, up to maximum 50 points. One that's already going to be available by the time you see this video is going to be a survey on your philosophical beliefs. That'll be under the very first module, the before getting started module on Canvas. If you fill out that survey at the beginning of the course and at the end of the course, you will get extra credit. Every extra credit opportunity I will announce in advance. Withdrawals, it's just a little blurb of withdrawals. Everything else you can read here, important institutional policies. The main thing a couple things I want to point out here. If you have any sort of accommodation, go ahead and get in contact with the Access Center for Disability Resources. Okay, if you need accommodation, I should say. You do not need to tell me about any sort of disability that you have. Okay, you can go straight to them. They'll work with me, and you can let me know what accommodations you need for this course. Okay. It's plagiarism policy. Don't cheat when it's applicable. All right. And do not copy others' work. The primary thing I'd be worried about for this online course in particular is copying and pasting others' work. Don't do it. I will probably catch you, and if I catch you, I have no qualms with failing you. Okay, so please don't make me have to deal with this. You are way better off doing really poorly than attempting to try to cheat. Okay. Here's some helpful links. So the course schedule. Okay, so again, this is the calendar link to the reading breakdown that I think would be beneficial for you to do. This is the course schedule. Okay, so I have it broken down. So this first week, I've broken it by topic primarily, but each week typically has 2 topics. So for the week of the 6th to the 11th, this is what you'll be doing. These are the readings you'll be doing. This is the quiz that you'll be doing with respect to this topic. And if there's any other things I need you to do, this is the only other thing I have is to fill out an information note card on Canvas. I talked about that in the welcome video. Discussion boards. So the discussion board and the assignments, those are also going to be, the assignments I didn't mention, sorry. The discussion board and the assignments are also kind of broken up by topic. So your first assignment is going to be on this topic here. Your discussion board is going to be on this topic here. This discussion board is going to be on this topic here. This assignment's going to be on this topic here, and so on and so forth. Okay, so again, this is mainly broken down by topic here, but all the due dates are here. Okay, you'll be able to refer back to these when you need to. They'll also be on Canvas. Okay, so you won't be under any illusions of when things are due and when they're not due. Okay, so that's the schedule. Again, take a look at this on your own time. So this video is mostly meant to hit all the main points, but go ahead. Please look at this. Email me with any questions you have on how this course is going to be, okay? There's a lot going on in this course. I tried to hit all the key points, the main things I wanted you to get from this, okay? I suspect you all will probably have questions on the discussion board, so please ask me questions about those. Ask me questions about the due dates. Ask me questions about grading criteria. Whatever you want, please email me. I will be especially available the first few days of the course beginning because I want everyone to start out on the right foot. Okay. So that's all I have to say about the syllabus. The next video you'll want to watch is the one on the first module on the foundations of philosophy. That's going to be the introduction to what philosophy is, how we do things, what arguments are, and so on.